scared. I was uncomfortable, but I did it. And that's the most important thing, is trying out things. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Raylan and welcome to the Hustle Network. If you are new to this channel, don't forget before you leave to like, comment, and subscribe so that way you'll be notified every time I post a video. I do try to post each and every single week so you can get tips and tricks on side hustles or business ideas to start. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so back in 2019, closer to the end of year in October, I decided I wanted to try out demolition, or demolition cleanup, debris removal, construction cleanup. Somewhere all in there basically is what I wanted to try out. I simply posted a Craigslist ad, and a couple of days later I had this guy who had just bought this building in Flint, Michigan, which is about 45 minutes from me. He asked me if come out, give him a quote, and he's looking to get started as soon as possible. So of course I took me and my 2 children and I headed out to the location in Flint. And yes indeed, it was an old bank that he had just purchased, and he did describe to me that the bottom of the basement had been flooded, had some water damage, and about halfway from the the wall, one needed to come down. So half of the walls needed to come down in the bottom of the basement, in the basement, which was close to about, I would say, over 1,100 square feet, but no bigger than about 1,400 square feet. So I was really nervous meeting him, because for me, I'm always the type of person, I like to be prepared, and if I don't know what I'm doing, I don't want anyone to see me sweat, and I always like to at least have some preparation in what I'm going to say. For this, it was so quick, so fast. I immediately headed out to Flint, Michigan to look at this location. It was 2 guys. He ended up showing it to me, and he's basically saying, this needs to be torn down. But I was so nervous because, first off, I'm used to doing movie, but I was really nervous. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into what happened. So basically the next day I told him we can start. I told him I can do it for $800. Now it's funny because when I first did the walkthrough, I didn't walk back into the rooms. I kind of just stood there, looked around, and listened to what he was saying, nodding my head. I was so nervous. And I'm just like, okay. But I didn't realize there was a whole bunch of rooms in this location, in this basement, that all those walls need to be torn down as well. So what ended up happening was I ended up getting my brother, and I posted an ad for one guy, because I thought, me, my brother, and this guy can handle it, or my brother and this guy can handle it. Boy, was I wrong. They got to the location. My brother called me like an hour later, and he's like, Raylan, I don't know what you're gonna do, but we definitely need more help. We definitely need tools, etc. So the guy that I had hired off of Craigslist, he had tools, but not the right tools. He did say he had experience, and he did say we definitely need more help. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? After he called me, I started panicking. My husband was calling me over and over, and he was like, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to put a Craigslist ad up. Put on the ad, you're gonna pay this much to each person, and you're looking for guys. And he says at least get 4 or 5 different guys, because you know how sometimes guys will say they're on their way and they're not, and you need backup. So immediately I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. I pull over. I went straight to Home Depot. I got everything that I needed, like the tools and stuff like that. And I ended up putting a Craigslist ad up. So with that being said, I put the Craigslist ad up. I had so many people call me, text me, let me know that they were available. So the following day, I had almost each guy show up. I think there was like maybe one guy who worked until lunchtime and then he ended up leaving. I guess it was just kind of like too much for him, which that happens. But everyone else ended up staying. I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5 different guys. And they all ended up showing up, and I think that the cleanup ended up being for like 4 or 5 days. I want to say 4 days. It happened when I first, so it ended up happening for like 4 days, and I was like, okay. And the last 2 days I ended up getting in there and I ended up helping. So each day I would collect my tools, make sure all the tools were lined up, make sure all the tools were there, and I didn't pay anybody till the job was fully complete. I let them know that also, and I let them know that I'm to be trusted. I will be here each and every single day. You'll see me in the morning times, and you'll see me at the end of each day. Everything down from the middle of the wall down, cleaning it up, and then taking it upstairs into the dumpster. So I had one guy taking it up to the dumpster, and then another guy ended up helping him because it was a lot. And then the rest of us were tearing things down and kind of raking it all up into a pile. It was crazy, you guys. Like, I did not know how much work it was. It was like banging the walls down, getting them all down, and then cleaning all this junk up. And when I say I came out of that thing, I had white stuff all in my hair. I had white stuff all over my face. I had goggles on. I don't think we carried face masks, but I'm not too sure. I had like just white stuff all over my body. I didn't get a picture of it, but there is one video where me and my brother were cleaning stuff up and putting it in the dumpster the last day. So what ended up happening was, keep in mind, now this goes back to the pay. How did I pay every guy with only $800, right? So what ended up happening was, I was nervous. I was nervous to speak to the contractors, basically one of the contractor's friends, because the contractor went back home, and then the other contractor from Virginia stayed there the whole time working upstairs. He would come downstairs sometimes. So I remember like the second day I walked to the car, and this was before I put the Craigslist ad up. He was like, hey, you're gonna have some more guys show up, right? And I'm like, yeah, the other guys are gonna show up. But I couldn't let him see me sweat also. And he's like, I was telling my brother, like, man, like, I don't know how this is gonna work out with this pay thing. Like, I don't even know if how I can even say it to him. And my brother ended up saying something for me, and the guy came out and talked to me, and he's like, hey, I know that you had quoted this, and let me know if something's not right, or let me know if the price needs to go up. I understand you got all these guys out here. If you priced it too low and you didn't think that this job was going to be as big as it was. That made me feel so relieved, because I didn't know how to go about it once I've already said the amount. And that was something I learned, because with moving is different. They know if they go over a certain amount of time that they have to pay that amount, right? That's already discussed. But with something like this, I didn't know. So thank God he came to me. I let him know the final pricing afterwards. I did end up charging him about $2,600, and I did profit $900. That's minus paying everybody, minus the tools and the travel time, because I was driving like 45 minutes to take my brother, 45 minutes to go back home, 45 minutes to go pick him back up, 45 minutes to come back. So that was a lot. And I had 2 babies, okay? I had one daughter who was way younger, and then the other one was older, but still, it was really difficult. I was a mom literally out here by myself, hustling, trying to make money. So that is to show you guys, like, you can do it too. And that can be an option for you, is debris removal or construction cleanup. After construction is done, or after like demolition work or stuff like that, smaller demolition work. I mean, I don't know about the bigger kind of stuff. This is for just like, you know, the inside of the building where we had to, you know, hammer down, or I forget what those things are called, and those kind of like hook tools to pull out the drywall and all the walls and the wood and all that kind of stuff. And thank God everyone was pretty cool. There was a time though that guys were like slowing down or going outside smoking cigarettes, kind of playing around. And I did notice that, and I did speak up and I did say something, because I have already taken that role with my moving company when I was out on jobs with the guys, and I was working next to them. And that is another thing. When you're working out on the job with other guys and you're the leader, or should I say the owner whatsoever, there can be a point in time where the guys can lose respect for you or see you equal to them, meaning the position. Not saying that anyone's better than anyone, I'm saying the position that you are in. Because a lot of times when you're working day in, day out with someone else, it's like you guys are both here. Whereas if I'm the owner, you know what I mean? Like, I need to be up here because I need you to respect me. I need to show you that when I mean something, I mean business. This is not a playing around type of thing. I'm not your friend. You know what I mean? Like, we can be cool outside of work, but in all honesty, you want to keep that separate. But that's on another subject. So I did profit $900. I was really excited. I put that under my cleaning business because, you know, it was part of like cleanup stuff. We were literally just tearing it down and cleaning it up and putting it on the dumpsters on site. So that was pretty cool. I paid everybody out and we took care of everything, and it was a lesson learned. It honestly was. I panicked those days with not knowing about how I'm going to go up on the pricing, not knowing what I got myself into, not knowing exactly what demolition or like debris cleanup. I don't even really exactly know what my Craigslist ad said, but that's another way for me to make money. Like, I literally made $900 in like a few days, and I only showed up 2 of those days. And one of the days I didn't even stay that long, okay? But the last day I definitely stayed there from morning to night, and I had to figure it out. I dropped my kids off with their grandmother and I got in there and I got dirty just as much as everyone else did. Collected my payment, gave the guy his receipt, and that's how we did it. So I just want you guys to know that don't ever be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable, and that's just the reality of it. We let our fears sometimes keep us from doing what we know is best for us. We let our fears keep us from doing what we know we are capable of. We let our fear get the best of us. We let our fear get in the way of us being great. So I just want to let you guys know that you can do these things. You can watch all the side hustle videos, all the business idea videos, but start today. Literally start today. Whether that's putting a Craigslist ad up, a Facebook Marketplace ad up, calling a business, calling somebody, okay? Putting your services up somewhere, going up to a place and letting them know who you are and what you do. Start today. Thank you guys for watching the Hustle Network. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that way you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And until next time.